Now, just like my last huge order, I saved the best plane for last, and it's true for this one too. As you guys can already tell, I already had to make some room for this plane, because this is another biggie. The Lufthansa A380-800. This is officially my last A380 of all. Just 3 A380s is basically all I want. And now, as sad as that sounds, it's kind of fair, because 3 is a lot, and these planes are huge. It's a 2013 release, another airplane that I was originally not on my list. I purely got it just because I wanted another A380, and it's in Lufthansa library. Don't have any of those yet. There it is. There's the information on this plane. Now, this was the airplane that I barely got. When I ordered it, it said there's only like three of these available. So I lucked out. I think it's still available. I have to check. But if you guys want this plane, you have to get it like now. I have unboxed this plane before because this was the very first time this happened, but when I looked at it, the left aileron right there was disconnected. So this was actually the very first plane I unboxed on that order, so I had to glue it. It's the very first time a plane I got from Airline Museum happened like that, but no big deal. As long as it's fixed, it's fine. Here it is, the A380-800 Lufthansa. This is another huge plane added to my collection. Now, if I had the chance, I definitely would take out my other two A380s, have them side by side with this one, but I can't because those two A380s, as well as the rest of my collection, is in my second house. I have 2 houses I live in. These are the only airplanes I have here in this house. The rest of my airplanes are in my other house. So, yeah. It's a huge plane. Really heavy too. Huge engines. I love how they added the gray tint right there. The thing I was really worried about was how dull this plane might have shown up. Because this plane is basically just Lufthansa. The whole thing is white, and then just the tail. I thought it was going to be really dull, but once I actually got this in the mail, I thought, wow, this plane is not as dull as I was expecting, as well as my 747. So, I'm basically done with Lufthansa. I'm not planning to get any more, unless, for whatever reason, like, I don't know, the 747-8 gets re-released or something, I'll get that. But this is basically it. These 2 Lufthansa planes are the only ones I'm getting. Rolling tires, as I told you, and as you might tell right there, the winglet, there was also a problem with that one too. It happened with my Qantas A380 as well. The winglet on the airplane was actually bent down, like completely bent down. It was actually touching the wing. So I had to get a pair of pliers and straighten it back up. But as I was doing it, it broke off, and I had to glue it back on, which I'm so happy it did. I was worried about that. Same thing happened with my Qantas, but I did straighten it out with my Qantas, and it didn't break. This is the only one that did end up breaking. That winglet came out completely fine, it was just the left one. And surprisingly, it was also the left winglet on my Qantas A380 as well. The registration is D-AIMB. As expected, this plane will be right next to my Qantas, and that will be right next to my Emirates. They'll be all side by side in the international terminal. Here's a quick shot of every single airplane that came in this order. All of these planes, with the exception of these 3 MD-80s, 9 airplanes, making 12 in total. 13 if I was able to get the 767, but I'll get that soon. I know I can. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely flight.